In September of 2010, CNBC airs a 5-minute segment about you and Hint. It was on a program called How I Made My Millions. And the segment became one of the highest, I think the highest rated segment in the history of that particular series. So that speaks to the power of personal story. And in your book, you say it's really important to bring your personal story into the brand identity. People associate the brand with a human being and that person's story. It adds tremendous meaning and value to them. Can you explore this idea of storytelling and entrepreneurship? And what role does a founder story or an origin story play in the success of a product?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting topic because I remember so many stories, even, when we were starting out, where we had, different individuals, like people that we were trying to raise money from, for example, would say to us, like, don't actually tell your story because it makes you look very small. And I always thought, okay, so I'm not supposed to tell my story. I mean, you all knew my story, and so the consumer shouldn't know my story. And and I've thought a lot about this, and that's a great example from the CNBC where a woman, saw the commercial where, not the commercial, the segment. It went from a 10-minute segment to turning into a half an hour segment that was running constantly on CNBC. And the fascinating thing is, I'm out by the pool in Georgia, and with my daughter, and this woman had seen the segment, and she came up to me and said, "Do you, where did you get that drink?" And I said, "Oh, I got it down the street at Harris Teeter's." And that's when she said, "Oh gosh, I just saw this segment with this woman on CNBC, and she's the founder of the company. Of course, doesn't recognize me that
Right.
I'm actually the founder." And I said, "Really?" And I said, "What was the segment?" And of course, I knew exactly what she was talking about. And so she went on to share, not exactly my story, but sort of what she had taken out of the story, which was pretty close. And I think at that point, it really, like, dawned on me that brands that are just starting out and really trying to educate people are looking for stickiness, right? Beyond just the word, right? And beyond sort of, what is your brand promise? They also want to know who's behind the brand.